Hi, I'm Kelly McQuaid. I'm the head field hockey coach at VCU, and I guess we're going to answer some live chat questions.
First question comes from Rick in Midlothian. You've got a pretty young coaching staff. What do you see as the main advantages of having a young staff?
I think having a young staff helps us out in being relatable to the not only the recruits that are coming in, but also our players that are currently on our roster. Everybody on my staff has played collegiately. All three of us have played in the CAA, so we know what it takes to be successful, and we're not far enough removed that we don't understand what it's like.
Caitlin from Baltimore. How did you get into the sport of field hockey?
Not sure if I had a choice, really. No. My mom played field hockey and lacrosse at the University of Maryland, and we moved from California to Pennsylvania when I was in 3rd grade, so I started in 4th grade. That was kind of late for the Pennsylvania area, just community school type things. Every Saturday morning, went out and played hockey, so that's how I got my start.
Bob from Virginia Beach. Have you and your coaching staff seen any effects from the Final Four run?
Absolutely. I think that has single-handedly been one of the best things for us as a university. Field hockey isn't as well known across the country, so when we do get recruits, it's people that know that we have field hockey and things like that. I think that VCU was put on the map, and I think that that's something that everybody here has benefited from. We have had recruits write us emails saying, I'm watching the game right now, this is so exciting, and people have bought into the excitement that is VCU before they even step on campus. So that's been huge for us recruiting for years down the line.
Sharon from Charlottesville. You guys have done an incredible job of turning around the program.
Thanks, Sharon.
If you had to choose one reason for the turnaround, what would it be and why?
One reason, wow. I think that as a staff, we've done a fantastic job of getting some great recruits in. These girls are young, they're excited. I think more than anything, a lot of them had a chip on their shoulders. They're ready to prove everybody wrong. And that type of rising to the challenge, rising to the occasion, I think is one of the biggest things, is they were sick of being underdogs and they were ready to go and take this and make it into their own program. So I give 100% full credit to the girls and the team who have led us as far as we have so far.
Amy from Glen Allen. What was the main reason for you getting into coaching?
Wow. I have been coaching since, I think, 7th grade. Whether that be summer camps, helping out with the youth organization that I started in 4th grade, and I think it had just been a natural progression. My mom was a coach again, so I kind of couldn't get out of it, but I've had so many positive influences in my life through sport, and I think that it's very important that we continue to get that out there, and I think that I've heard way too many people on the negative side of sports and that athletics was going to hold you back and not do as well in other areas and things like that. So I was fortunate enough that as soon as I graduated from William & Mary, there was a position open, second assistant, and my coach asked me to stay on. So it was pretty easy. I mean, I've had a pretty smooth transition so far, but it just seemed natural to me. It was just my next step.
John from Richmond asks, if you had one player to surprise people this fall, who would it be and why?
Ooh. That's a great question. I think I'm really banking on Erin Jablonski this year. I mean, she had a great last year. She's going to be our senior goalkeeper, our only senior. She was a co-captain last year, coming into a captaincy role again. I really think that she is just going to hold her own back there. I think that she has done a terrific job of directing the team. She does coaching on the side, which really helps in our sport to be able to, especially from the goalkeeping perspective when you see the entire field. I think that she is really going to benefit from that coaching experience to help and then turn to direct everybody else in front of her. So expect big things from her.
Amanda from Philadelphia. CAA field hockey is pretty underrated and nobody really knows just how good the conference is. Can you talk about how difficult the conference schedule is for you guys?
That's a great question. I say this a lot that, I think that our conference, the CAA, and I think that it speaks for itself in the weekly polls. We have, consistently probably 3 teams in the top 20, if not top 25. That's very challenging. Aside from your ACCs, that doesn't happen too often across the board in very many conferences. Where some sports might struggle in their RPI because their conference schedule isn't as strong, we actually really benefit from having such a strong conference because it boosts up our RPI, it boosts up everything for us, and we have such strong, high levels of competition in our conference. I think that those are some of our toughest rivals. They're the most emotional games. They're a lot of fun to play in. I remember not that long ago, feels like it, but and they're also really fun to watch, because I think that, the CAA is a very, it's a competitive-based field hockey side of things. And I think that it's a lot of fun for us to be that fortunate to have the high level of competition in our conference.
Steph from Virginia Beach, what are your favorite things about the city of Richmond? And in turn, what are your favorite things about VCU as a university?
Wow, I think that one of my favorite things about the city of Richmond is how different it is. And Richmond is considered a big city, but it's really not. I mean, it's small comparatively speaking, and it's very clean. When you go into other cities, gross. But I love that, you can drive 5 minutes from VCU and be downtown, and then you can drive 5 minutes the other way and be in more of like a suburban area. There's the Fan, which I absolutely love, and it's just, there's such a great, eclectic, mixing pot group of people in the city of Richmond that you can really find your niche anywhere. I think that Belle Isle would probably be another favorite thing for me about Richmond. Richmond is known as the River City because it does have the James River flowing right through the middle of it, and it's really neat to be able to go and walk out in something so historical as an old Civil War prison camp that has been renovated into an island where people go and they do mountain bike riding, and you can go hiking, and you can go running on these trails, or go sit on the rocks, and the backdrop is the city, and I think that's just incredible. I guess lastly, my third favorite thing about Richmond would be all the great restaurants that we have. I mean, hole-in-the-wall restaurants that, our staff loves to eat, but I think that there's just so many options that you really can't ever go hungry in Richmond. Now, VCU, I love that, I guess, at this time, even though we're still, obviously going through a lot of economic problems and crises and things like that, I think that this city has really embraced VCU's growth. And I think that VCU has done a terrific job of continuing to kind of stick with the times and is always upgrading, and there's construction everywhere, which is a really great sign of growth and just absolute positive upswing of everything. I think that VCU is Richmond's little hidden gem. I think that a lot of people have a preconceived notion of VCU, and I think that I love breaking that by having people come and actually walk on campus and see how beautiful it really is. And aside from that, I guess I love the athletic department at VCU. I must say I'm pretty partial to it. I love it here. It's great.
Jim from Manassas, 5 years from now, where do you hope to see the field hockey program?
I hope that 5 years from now, VCU has established itself as a dominant force in the CAA. And with that, then having, hopefully 3 or 4 tournament appearances under our belt by that time.
You talked about the leadership role, how big that is this fall. Holly from Richmond wants to know, who do you hope to see step up and fill the leadership role after the departure of the Twins?
It's a great question. Our team, votes for captains in the spring. I think it's very important to have their input and everything, and they know more than the coaching staff does anyways about what's going on. So this year we had our team vote for Aaron Jablonski and Kelsey Scherer. I think Kelsey has always been an on-field leader. She leads by example 100% of the time. She's one of our top scorers. She's definitely a threat on the field. I'd like to see her step into a little bit more of a vocal role as well, and kind of taking that already natural leadership role that she has on the field and applying it a little bit more with a voice.
Alex from Williamsburg, you have a pretty highly touted recruiting class. Can you give us a preview of some of the girls coming in this fall, and what do you expect from them?
Yeah, we have 6 girls coming in this fall. We have 2 foreigners. We have one from British Columbia, Stacey Farr, who's going to be a pretty versatile midfield forward, looking to see her speed and her quickness and everything really apply and try to get her in there as quickly as possible. Nicola Bremen is coming from the Netherlands/Belgium, and she's just, again, anytime you can get that foreign flair on the field, it's really going to be something else, add something else to our arsenal and to our attack. We have 4 Virginians coming in. Marissa Bukowski is a goalkeeper. She's again going to be under some great leadership of Aaron Jablonski and learning the collegiate game and making that transition. We have Kendall Combs coming from Marissa's school as well. She's going to be pretty much a versatile player. She can play on any line, but she is a dominating force. She's somebody that can change the pace of the game at any time that she'd like. Amber Jones, coming from Virginia Beach area as well. She is just a fitness queen. She's going to be on that field. She's so fast, and everything that she has, just the reaction time that I've never seen. So we're looking to see her, really start to put some goals in and get some rebounds around the cage. And lastly, but not least, we have Casey Yang coming from, again, kind of Suffolk, Yorktown area, and she is just a very tall, again, very fit midfielder that's going to really help us out and provide us with some depth this year. And her height is going to help us with her reach and everything being on that center of the field.
Jenny from Richmond, what are you most looking forward to about the upcoming season?
I love preseason. I think that it's the best time because nobody has to worry about school. There's no excuses about, well, I have homework to do or anything like that. Just focus on hockey. It's a great time to get everybody together, to get to see everybody again, and, to really just have 100% focus. And I think that's probably what I'm looking forward to the most. Then, of course, games are exciting too. But I think that first week and a half, 2 weeks of preseason and getting to see everybody again, getting everybody just hockey ready is a lot of fun.
This is coming from
Yeah.
me. Does the two sport help with time management as far as
I
them
think so.
adjusting the class?
I think that's a great point too. I think that time management is so huge, and I think that once you specialize yourself, it's a lot easier to get away from that. I think that once you challenge yourself and have a lot of more of a demanding schedule, the time management definitely is a piece, and that's a necessity when you get to college athletics.
We'll wrap up with some rapid fire questions.
Oh, gosh.
You talked about all your love of eating in Richmond. Favorite restaurant in Richmond?
Bacchus.
One TV show you can't miss?
My girls got me into Glee.
Ooh, bad answer.
I know.
Song most played on your iPod?
How about song? Maybe band. Pink.
Okay.
Love Pink.
Favorite place to go on vacation?
Las Vegas.
Chocolate or vanilla?
Vanilla.
Coke or Pepsi?
Pepsi.
Apple juice or orange juice?
Apple juice.
Morning or night person?
Morning.
Winter or summer?
Summer.
That's
Good?
it. Yep.
Fantastic. Thanks for
Kel.
writing. Yeah.